Hey, Emmanuel Faith, it was great spending the weekend with you, preaching in the main service, reminding all of us that we are called to remember God because He remembers us. And as I was studying for the sermon this week, I stumbled across another text that didn't quite make it into the sermon. It's in Joshua chapter 4, a pretty famous passage where God's delivered the people of Israel out of Egypt, out of slavery, and they're making their way to the promised land. And if you know the story, it's a long journey, and there's a lot of smaller stories along the way. But Joshua and the people of Israel approach the Jordan River and have to cross. And so God commands them to take the priesthood, and they would take the Ark of the Covenant, carry it on their shoulders, that they would walk into the river, and when their feet touched the ground, the river would actually stop upstream, and the ground would dry, and the entire nation of Israel crossed the Jordan River on dry ground. Well, before they get to the other side, Joshua actually commands 12 men to pick up stones to kind of create a memorial. I want to look at that passage really quick. It's in Joshua chapter 4, verse 4. It says, "So Joshua called the 12 men whom he had appointed from the sons of Israel, one man from each tribe. And Joshua said to them, 'Cross again to the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. And each of you take a stone on his shoulder according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Israel. Let this be a sign among you, so that when your children ask later, saying, "What do these stones mean to you?" then you shall say to them, "Because the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. So these stones shall become a memorial to the sons of Israel forever." One of the things we do as a church is remind one another of how God's been faithful in our lives. There's plenty of stories in the Bible to remind us of His faithfulness, but we need our stories in our own lives to remind that the God that we serve, the God that we love, is still active, still working, still performing miracles, still present in our lives. And so we have to share these stories in small groups with our kids, with our family, with our friends and coworkers. We have to continually remind each other that the God that we love and follow and trust and obey, this sovereign God of holiness, is still acting among us. And so I want to challenge you this week as a church that we would not only remember God and what He's done in the past, but we would remember what He's done in our own lives. And that we have the courage to share that with one another as an encouragement to the body, so that when our kids ask, "What's this?" or "What's that?" or "How can you trust God?" we can say, "God has been faithful. He's taken us this far." Hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you later.